everyone! Today we'll be talking about different types of communities. And believe it or not, our school is a part of the community, your homes are a part of the community, and even you are part of a community. So what is a community? When we think about it, I want you to think of it as a place where people live, work, and play. Some communities are different, and that's okay. And there are also some communities that have things that are the same. Let's talk about how we can tell which type of community our school is in. All right, let's talk about some things you can see, touch, or hear in our school's community. When we talk about these, we're thinking about our senses. What do you see around your school? How do you get to school? Can you touch the bus? You can't touch it if you're walking. What might you hear? I know when I'm on my way to school, I pass by some farms with livestock. Livestock is another word for farm animals. What are some other things you notice about your school's community? Great. Now I want us to click and drag each picture I've listed at the bottom of this slide and drag it to the appropriate sticky note. Let's start with what do you see? Who can come up and drag a picture in front of the sticky note? What might you see in your school's community? Good work. Yes, you might see a school or you will see a school in this community. Think about your transportation. What can you touch? Yes, since all of your houses are spaced far apart, most of you take the bus to school or are dropped off by your parents. You can touch the bus on the way to school. Great work. What do you hear on your way to school? Remember how I told you that I heard livestock when I was on my way to school? Who can come up and show me what they might hear? That's great. I like how you picked the picture of the livestock. Let's move on. So there are three different types of communities: urban, suburban, and rural. Each one of these communities have characteristics. A characteristic is used to describe something. Who can come up to the board and circle the type of community they think our school is in? Yes, that's right. Your school is in a rural community. How did you know? Great. I like how you said that you saw a farm, which means that there's most likely livestock on the farm, and that you noticed there aren't a lot of houses near this, so that means that the houses are spread far apart. In rural communities, houses are spread farther apart. What do you notice about the other types of communities? So I notice when I look at an urban community, the houses and the buildings are spaced very closely together. So I'm guessing that means that a lot of people live in urban communities because there are a lot of houses and they're spaced closely together. Now when I look at a suburban community, I notice that the houses are spaced close together but not too close. I also notice how almost every house has a driveway. Do any of you have a driveway? So, even though a suburban community have driveways, rural communities can have driveways too. That's something that's the same between the two communities. Good noticing that. So now I want you to turn to your partner and brainstorm. What might you see, touch, or hear in an urban, suburban, or rural community? Think about the pictures we just looked at. I heard a lot of great things when you were turning and talking to your partner. So that's all we're going to talk about today, but tomorrow we are going to review what a community is, review the three types of communities that we learned today. We're going to read The Little House, which is a book about each type of community. And we'll also listen to the online story, If you are watching this at home, there is an online story. It's available on YouTube. Just type in The Little House by Virginia Lee Burton, and it should be the first video that pops up. After we listen to that story, we'll discuss what we might see, touch, or hear in each type of community. Then, if we get through all of that, I have a special matching game that we'll play. Great work today.